igniting your potential. That's what we're talking about today as I drive around. Stephen Quinn, your YouTube host, and I'm a real estate investor that posts these videos for you to enjoy. So I get asked a lot, what does it take to build that fire inside? What does it take to become successful as an entrepreneur? And one of the big things that I feel like it is we need to tap that potential within us for greatness. And unfortunately, we get beat down a lot with life, and it prevents us from moving forward. It's easier to just not do anything than to push forward and do it. Same reason why becoming active and getting fit is difficult for some, while some, it's their life. They love it. They just, everything about being outdoors or running or lifting weights and eating healthy, all that just becomes a part of them. So how do we get from that point when we are in my world living paycheck to paycheck as an employee to becoming a successful entrepreneur and enjoying the fruits of that labor and gaining things like time, knowledge, relationships back into our life? So one of the things that I was able to do, and so I always give these things from my personal perspective, was to realize, reading different books, that 20% of the effort produces 100% of the results. So in any business, in any effort, in anything you do, in just living your life, 20% of what's happening is producing all the results. The other 80% is just stuff. It's just things that are happening. So I need you to look at your own life and go, okay, where is the 20% happening? What are the things that I'm doing that are allowing me to be successful, and what are the things that I'm doing that are not getting me anywhere? So let's give a little example of that. When I was an employee, working a job and getting a paycheck, it was very convenient for me to go home and to be tired from my work and to sit down and watch things like Netflix, right? How easy is it to get on Netflix and binge watch? And, you go through an entire series in a matter of a few days. That was a waste of time and productivity that I could be doing something to project my life to a greater height. So first things first, I had to kill the television watching. And then I had to go, okay, I need to learn how to succeed, how to become successful. So I needed to figure out, where do I go get that knowledge? And where do I bump shoulders with other people who are doing what I'm doing so that I can glean information off of them, and to figure out what is it that they're doing that I'm not. So there's another tip for you. Is go be around people who are in the aspects of the things that you want to succeed in and see what they do. But I started weeding things out of my life. And then I turned around and I said, okay, my paycheck to paycheck lifestyle says that when my paycheck comes in, I pay all my bills first, and whatever minuscule amount is left, that's what my family and I gets to live on. And I changed that mentality around, and I said, okay, I need to start setting aside money for myself to get educated and to learn and to grow and to progress. I'm going to invest in myself first, and then see what's left to pay everybody else. And in the process of doing that, I started to realize that the more I invested in myself, the greater my income became. The more time freedom I gained back. The more that 20% of what I was being successful at became even greater. It did more. It achieved more. It became more. So for giving you some things, I need you to look at, igniting your potential, lighting a fire under your butt to get you going. And in order to do that, you've got to figure out what is not necessary in your world and sacrifice it. And then what is necessary in your world, I want you to expound upon it. Look at your life and make it what you want it to be, or else you're going to be stuck where you are. It's why so many of us do not achieve much, and yet we have so much potential. I don't care where you are now, but I'm telling you, you can have what you want in this life if you put forth the effort and you realize that you have potential, that you are worth something, and life will begin to pay you what you ask. So take that into account for today. With some of my other videos, we've talked about creating a legacy. I want you to live your life knowing that you want to leave that legacy, and that you can bring that potential to life, and that you will find out pretty soon that you have major value to contribute to this world. That's all I've got for you today. We'll catch you on the next one.